The Niners are being weird about Brock Purdy's toe. Let's talk about it. What's up? It's Huddle Up. I'm Grant Cohn. That's MajSports, and Nick talks Niners. It's Friday, so the injury report came out a couple of hours ago, and that's what we're going to react to. I don't understand what the Niners are doing with Brock Purdy. We're going to talk about that in a minute. Just doesn't make sense to me. But first, we need to talk about the injury news of the day. Connor Colby. I mean, they just have bad luck. Ben Bartch, now Connor Colby. He pulled his groin in practice. The Niners must have to lead the league in soft tissue injuries suffered in practice. If he doesn't play, he's questionable. It'll be Drew Moss, Nick Zakelj. Do you feel like the drop off from Connor Colby to Drew Moss would be insurmountable?
I don't think it'd be crazy. Like, Drew Moss didn't look bad in preseason. I think that Nick Zakelj, I don't like Nick Zakelj. I think Drew Moss and Connor Colby, I think they're kind of just thing one and thing two. I do want Connor Colby to play, but Drew Moss didn't look that bad in preseason. I actually didn't mind his game at all. Like, they kind of looked the same.
He didn't look that bad, but what I will say is watching the tape on Connor Colby, he actually looked better than what I initially thought, which kind of surprised me because when I was watching,
what did you like about Connor Colby on tape?
He doesn't look like a rookie in terms of his mind, if that makes sense. Like, he knows what he's doing. Like, he was getting to the second level. He was turning guys on outside zone. Outside zone reads. He was turning guys, like legitimately turning. Yeah, I saw a play where he put a guy on his knees, and then at that point, like, Trent Williams had let go of his guy on the backside, and he drilled him too. So I don't know. I like how he plays, I guess, and his mind. Like, he clearly knows what he's doing. He's not afraid to be physical whatsoever. And I think on that side of the line, especially, we kind of need that because Trent, being as old as he is, he's not as physical as we've seen him in past years. And so to have somebody like that, like he's not afraid to get physical. And I don't know. I really liked how he played.
Grant,
watching tape.
I have a question for you, Grant, since you're there, or even for both of you guys. Do you guys think it's the Niners training staff or the doctors that is this why there's so many injuries? Because I saw a thing. Connor Colby, he played 50 consecutive games in college, and he was like a dog. He never got injured, and now he pulls his groin. It has to be something to do with the Niners. It has to be. I don't know.
We've talked about it. They don't really make a big emphasis on stretching before practice. They do a dynamic warm up. They do an activation, whatever they call it, and then I don't know, maybe they stretch on their own later. But it's not something that they do a lot of, and then they have all these soft tissue injuries, and they assure us that it's not related, and they assure us that they're doing everything right. But I don't know. I mean, maybe you want to change your program a little bit. I got to say, look, Connor Colby looks good. He may or may not be out there.
I think he's going to play.
His own scheme, good in pass protection, but he's not creating movement. He's not creating knockback. And I feel like the way the Niners were set up in the past was the right side of the line was more of the smaller outside zone side. And the left side was where they would run some inside zone. It's where you can take, Aaron Banks, a big motherfucker. He could get a little bit of push, especially if he was doing a double team block with Trent Williams. Now, I don't think that element's really in the Niners offense. Maybe Drew Moss has it. He's dating Brock Lesnar's daughter, so they might be, you know what I'm saying? So just to hold his own. So I'm maybe, but I feel like they're missing that. And you can see it. Christian McCaffrey, I looked at his yards per attempt by direction. When he runs through an A gap, left or right of the center, he's averaging 1.5 yards per carry. Everywhere else, 4.8. So, I mean, maybe Drew Moss is what they need.
Maybe.
I mean, to be fair, though, as well,
he's got a little Brock Lesnar in him.
Yeah. To mention those stats, though, to be fair, Christian is an outside zone runner. He's not. You know what I mean? So also there is that, but I do
between the A gaps. That needs to stop
because it's Kyle. Because it's Kyle. And one and two, but to be fair, you have to run it to keep the defense honest. If they know you're going side to side and not straight downhill, linebackers play differently. You can release to the outside, knowing you have to force them inside anyways. You know what I mean? So I don't know. There's a couple things that go into it, but yeah, I mean, obviously our interior offensive line is not as good, but
hope and pray.
Yeah.
All right, that's enough about Connor Colby. Let's talk now about Brock Purdy's toe. It's the most toe in the NFL right now. Joe Burrow being first. We're gonna have some real Rex Ryan toe talk. Okay, let's get weird. No, the Niners.
Toes.
Here's the thing about what the Niners. So here's the thing. So we asked. He's listed as questionable. He may or may not play. They got to see how he feels before the day of the game. Okay, fine. Kyle said it's highly unlikely that Brock Purdy will play because there's a chance that he could make it worse if he plays.
Yeah.
But there's also a chance that he's going to be like the backup to Mac Jones in this game, which means that he would be one play away from playing. So my question is, how could both be viable? It seems to me that if he's healthy, he's your starting quarterback. He's the franchise quarterback. If he's not healthy enough to start, he should be inactive because you're worried about him making it worse. So what is this middle ground that they're finding? Or are they just like messing with us?
I don't think it's messing with us. I think the middle ground is like he could play, but the offense would be very different. Like Brock's not going to be running outside of the pocket. Like it would be very much so like it'd be like watching like Mike McDaniel into a fucking offense. You know what I mean? Like it would be very quick game, a lot of outs, a lot of slants, like that kind of stuff. I think with Brock, where they're just getting the ball out of his hands. So I think if it came to that and Mac got hurt, he could play backup and run that offense. It's just Kyle's probably like, I could probably get more out of Mac right now, considering that's what I'd have to do if Brock came in.
And Grant, would you not want Brock to be the backup over Adrian Martinez or whatever his name is? Like, I think that
well, that's a good question. Here's where I'm coming from. The Niners are 2-0. Okay. If they lose this game, it's not the end of the world.
No,
it's they could go 16-1. I mean, it's not the end of the world if they lose this game. But if Brock plays and makes the toe worse and he misses more time than he would have if he hadn't played, like if he plays and then now it's a month, that's catastrophic. I would rather lose the game than lose Brock for a month. That's where I'm coming from. So if there's any chance that Brock can make it worse by playing, I wouldn't play him. I would take the loss, or no, I would take my chances with Mac and Adrian Martinez. That's what I would do.
I think they're going to play. I think we all know that they're going to play Mac. They're going to play Mac. There's no way that Purdy starts. There's no way. I don't know.
Yeah, and that's smart to me. It makes total sense. But having Purdy up just in case, so you can like maybe win this game, man. It's one game. I know the games are
the Cardinals too.
Game and you're 2-0.
And it's against the Cardinals. Like the Cardinals are good, but like I think Mac Jones can win this game with ease. I think he can win. If he plays how he played against the Saints, I think we win.
I think Mac's pretty good. I don't know. I'm not saying he's better than Brock, but like one of the things that's kind of interesting about this situation, Brock's a franchise quarterback making top tier money, and he deserves it. That's what the market says. Most of the time, you get a franchise quarterback who's this good, who's this expensive, you're expecting him to play if he's 85% healthy. Now, not if he can make it worse. But I think like Niner fans, maybe the Niners themselves feel like, yeah, Brock's better than Mac, but like is 85% Brock really better than Mac? Because usually, like if Patrick Mahomes were 85% healthy, be no question. Yeah, he needs to play.
Yeah.
You're way better than your backup. I don't even know who your backup is, like Minshew or something.
Yeah.
But with Brock, I don't necessarily feel that way. If he's 100% healthy, yeah, you're playing. But otherwise, it's
So wait, so Grant, you just said though, you said that we should play him. No. You're confusing me now because you just contradicted yourself. You just said that. I'm confused, Grant. I'm confused because you just said we shouldn't play him at 70, 80% because you don't want it to get worse. But we paid him all this money, so we should play him.
No, I'm not saying you should. I just think it's interesting that like you don't want, like people don't want to. Like, why would you play Brock?
Because you don't want the injury to get worse. Yeah, but you don't want you don't want the injury to get worse.
Have a backup who's almost as good as them.
I don't think Mac is almost as good as Purdy.
Yeah,
I think Purdy's later than Purdy.
That's crazy, Maj. How could you say that?
But Grant, you're contradicting yourself. You just said don't play him, and now you're saying, well, you should play him because you paid him all that money.
No, I'm not saying.
And that he's a franchise quarterback.
I'm not saying you should play him. I just feel like other quarterbacks would have more pressure to play. Like,
that's true. The 49ers are being like, you know what? No, we're not going to play him because he's going to get more hurt. We're looking out for him.
They don't seem like they know what they want to do. They're not going to start him, but they're going to let him back up. And if Mac doesn't play so good,
it's like I don't know. But behind this offensive line, like Mac isn't mobile. So it's like, it's tough to say. Like even Brock at 85%, I still think Brock.
So are you taking a shot at Drew Moss? He hasn't even been a starter for a day.
No, I'm taking a shot at the whole offensive line.
That's fair.
Shit's cooked.
It's supposed to be really good according to Pro Football Focus.
So Grant, you think Mac Jones is almost as good as Purdy? Oh my God. Dude, this is the one thing that pisses me off. Mac Jones played one good game against the Saints, and we only beat them by 5.
Say anything. I literally didn't say a word.
No, you did. You said Mac Jones is almost as good as Purdy. We beat the Saints by 5 points. 5 by 5.
Yeah. I'm not saying he's better than Brock, but he has a better arm than Brock.
That's it. Name another thing he has better than Brock. You can't. He doesn't have better mobility. He doesn't have better pocket presence. He's like Mac Jones in the Saints game.
Does he make better decisions? I guess we'll see. I guess we'll see. I don't know. I thought he made great decisions in this game against the Saints, but it was the Saints.
It was the Saints.
Yeah.
If Mac, listen, I will give props to Mac Jones if he goes out there this weekend and actually balls out. I'll give him props. I'll shake his hand. Like, good job, Mac.
That's
good.
Because a lot of bad quarterbacks have had one good game. Nick Mullins had a great debut with the 49ers.
Dude,
exactly. And the Cardinals defense is
the Raiders.
better.
Yeah, that was crazy. But also,
dude, Nick Mullins put up stupid numbers with the Niners. He just threw hella picks and lost a lot.
Yeah, he had like 4 games in a row where he went crazy to start too. But also, too, Grant, what I was saying with the if Brock had to play and they're just running the quick screen game, like you have to think too, there's a high chance that 2 out of the 3 starting cornerbacks for the Cardinals are going to be out this week.
That's true.
And if that's the case, then you'd want somebody like Mac who can actually air the ball out and like put it, not have to run that quick pass game. So I don't know. I think that's kind of what Kyle's thinking.
I think you're absolutely right. And if Kyle can be on it, I mean, obviously best case scenario, Mac plays and just doesn't get hurt. But if Mac plays and gets hurt and Brock has to come in, he could sort of build an offense like he did for Jimmy, like McDaniel did for Tua. Throw the ball to line up in the shotgun, throw the ball to your first, you get the ball to your hands really quickly. The problem is if the first read isn't open and the defense can get Brock Purdy to hold the ball and reset his feet. If that happens, if he has to avoid pressure, because those are explosive movements. When he spins away from a defensive lineman, he's doing it in a very explosive, quick way. That's where something bad could happen. So, if everything goes according to plan and you can sort of get him in the shotgun and get the ball out of his hands quick, by all means. But all it takes is one play where he has to reset his feet.
Yeah. I'm just praying that nothing bad happens to Purdy's feet.
Whose jersey are you wearing right now?
Colin Kaepernick.
Hey. I was like, who's number 7 right now in the Niners?
It was Mooney, but I don't know who's wearing it now.
All right, more injury news. Jordan Watkins, my favorite player on the team.
No, that's not your favorite player.
Might have to go on IR. He was so good this offseason. Then he did a high ankle sprain. Now he's got a calf. I think it's pretty clear he's going straight to the redshirt season, which is too bad. Although, I don't know, Ricky got shot in the chest last year, came back and did stuff. Maybe Jordan Watkins can come back, but this upsets me because they need more youth on the offense, and he was a good candidate. And now it seems like we're going to get a whole lot of Kendrick Bourne, which is fine.
Love Kendrick.
Love Kendrick.
Grant, you know who the Niners should re-sign as wide receiver? Quintez Cephas, your favorite player. That's a lie. You said Jordan Watkins is your favorite. It was actually Quintez Cephas.
I had fun time talking about Quintez. It was a lot.
It's Cephas, by the way, Maj.
Cephas, whatever. I don't know.
There was Robbie Chosen. There was the Robbie Chosen era with the 49ers. There was the
Why did he look so
the Andy Ella era with the 49ers. These were important times.
Yeah, I don't know. This Jordan, did this happen? This happened in practice. He pulled his. What did he pull?
This is another practice soft tissue injury for the.
So there's got to be something.
How many do they have to have before they're like, you know what, we got to change something significant?
Is it the field, or didn't they just change up the field?
It's not the field because they play on grass. There's no way it's the field. It's got to be.
I think these players overtrain. I mean, a lot of times they spend the entire offseason training. They only play one sport, and then they're like practicing, trying to show the coaches that they're ready. And it's like you're so wound up, and something happens. It's not like the guy was like drinking beer and he was out of shape. That's not what these players are like. I think if anything, they're so hyper specialized. That's why there's more soft tissue injuries. I bet like in the 70s and the 80s, good football players would like not play football for a while. They go play tennis or golf or whatever just to switch it up.
I also think it's like training camp is so short to where like they can't really like, because you can train all off season, but you're never going to be at like football speed or taking hits like that. So I don't know. Maybe it's a mix of that and the training, but something has to change. And somehow we've had the same training staff for like years.
Yeah.
I hate to like ask for like training people to get fired because like I'm not an expert. They don't make a lot of money and they have families and stuff. So I don't feel qualified to say that it's like Dustin Perry's fault. But you figure that collectively as an organization, you would figure out a new plan.
You'd think, right?
You'd think. You can't keep doing what you're doing.
Yeah, I don't know.
But I do think like league-wide, or maybe with the Niners, the whole offseason training has become such a like a show. It's not serious. It's as short as possible. You don't play your starters in the preseason. The reason they have so many injuries is because everyone's still in preseason mode. And maybe they'll get it, they'll be in real football shape by like October, but that's what they're doing.
Yeah. Grant, do you think Jordan Watkins, I saw people talking about it, do you think he's going to be like out for the year and not even touch the field? Some people think he's not even going to play the whole year.
I think they're going to need him at some point.
They will.
Is Kendrick Bourne going to stay healthy all year? Is Jawan Jennings can't practice.
Yeah.
I think he's going to play though. He's questionable.
Jawan has to play.
He has to play.
Like Jawan, when Jawan made the decision to turn down the contract we offered him and bet on himself for more money, he made the decision that he's going to play through injury. He has to. Yeah.
It just sucks because Nick, I go back to the last. It was like a couple streams ago. No, it was a lot. It was like the start of the offseason. Grant asked us who you guys most excited for to watch, and we said Jordan Watkins, and we're gonna have to wait longer. It sucks. He looked so good in the Broncos game. Made that one catch and then was out, and now he's just injury prone.
All right, let's talk about a different rookie. Mykel Williams is a very interesting rookie to me because he's he's essentially a top 10 pick, D lineman. How often do you see guys with that type of draft pedigree who are like hardworking blue collar run defenders? You know what I mean? Like they're usually like guys who like want to put up numbers and show that they're sack artists. And he may get there, but right now he's making a huge impact purely defending the run. It's a really interesting stat that was published in Yahoo this week. So 25.8% is the Niners rushing success rate allowed for the 31 design run snap they faced this season when Mykel Williams has been on the field. So success rate is like on first down if you get 6 yards, on second down if you get, what is success? It's like, hold on, let me get exactly what
I don't know what that
the definition is. So we know what we're talking about. Okay, hold on, I got it. A successful rush gains at least 40% of yards required on first down, 60% of yards required on second down, and 100% on third and fourth down. That's what success rate is. So Christian McCaffrey for his career is around 50%. When Mykel Williams is on the field, the opposing offense's success rate rushing the ball is 25%. That's awful. When he's off the field, it goes to 66.7, which means the Niners are absolutely stingy against the run with him on the field and pretty much a sieve with him off the field. That's a feather in his cap. What do you think of Mykel Williams?
Yeah, he's been an animal. I said it week 1. A lot of people were giving him hate after the Seahawks game. And I thought if you looked at the tape, what he was asked to do in that week 1 was nothing short of spectacular for a rookie. And then 2, if you saw week 2, I don't know if you saw that graph on Twitter, but he's the most double-teamed defensive lineman.
Okay, but I saw that, Nick. I saw that, and someone said that it's not a good stat, and you can't say it's like maybe Grant, maybe you would know. I saw that like that stat's not like valid or something. I don't know. Maybe
he's not getting doubled as an edge rusher, but as a D tackle, he is drawing 2 defenders. I mean, 2 blockers, and that's
100%.
Really freeing up Bryce Huff and Nick Bosa. So wherever he is, it's not like he's on one edge, Bosa's on the other, and offenses are like, let's hit Mykel. Let's hit Mykel. Bosa.
That's what I'm saying.
It's not like that.
No,
but yeah,
and he reminds me so much of Eric Armstead, just the way he plays, and he has a very similar build to Eric. And if they can figure out a way to use him, like Eric was, like he was a better pass rusher coming out. Yeah. Eric was a better pass rusher coming out, but I think Mykel's a better run defender, and I think
way better
as like Saleh and D'Amico really used Eric, like they moved him around, and that's what they're trying to do with Mykel. and I love what they're doing, and I think he's gonna learn from Bryce Huff and Bosa. If you look at Huff and Bosa, like their body types are a complete opposite of Mykel Williams. Like that's not his body type, but I think if he can learn pass rush moves from Bosa and Huff and like how to get off the ball the way that Huff is doing right now, like man, he's
I think people were too hard on Mykel. Like week one, people were way too hard. Grant,
way too hard.
It's just people were way too hard on him. Like Grant, you were going at his neck.
Yeah, you were on his head.
Like Grant, that was
absolutely not. What are you talking about? I put out a tweet after week one being like, I actually thought he did a lot better than a lot of other people did. Larry Kruger was going after him. I love Larry.
Maybe
I got the receipts. I was like, no, I thought he did his job. He didn't give up any scrambles. Nah, man, that's in writing.
Maybe it was other people, Grant. I'm sorry.
Yeah, it was other people, Maj.
I think it's how you prefaced it. Like when we had our show last week, you were saying like I think you were talking for the other people.
Yes,
you were saying like he didn't have a good week one. Yeah,
I thought people were on this guy's head like this. People got to realize the guy didn't even play preseason. So his first two games, thought his first game was, I didn't really notice him, but this second game, you could tell. Okay, Mykel's on the field. Like you could, I loved his game.
So you guys compare him to Eric Armstead. I love the comparison. I think he's better than Armstead.
Better. I don't compare him to Eric. I don't like Eric Armstead. I don't like it.
Armstead. Saleh tried to move Armstead around, but in my opinion, Armstead was not a good 4-3 D end. He generated no pressure from that spot, and he couldn't contain quarterbacks from that spot. He can stop the run from that spot. So I think Mykel, you can actually move him around. Remember when D'Amico became the defensive coordinator, he was like, we're not moving Eric Armstead. He's a 3-tech. Mykel can do both. And he can do it at 21 years old at 270 pounds.
And people,
incredible.
People don't realize that. He's still
his run defense is as impactful as Eric's ever was. Like he's a big reason D Winters is having such a good year. No one's blocking D Winters.
An animal behind him. And
no one.
To go back to the draft, that's what I was talking about. So I was saying, if you're going to have players like Nick Martin and D Winters who are small, fast, speedy linebackers, you have to have a huge defensive line. You have to have those huge
Nick knows.
And those huge
we talked
otherwise
about
it doesn't
you
work.
said it.
We talked about it.
And that's exactly what I mean. He's not even the biggest dude on the D line. Alfred Collins is even bigger than him, and he hasn't played as well as Mykel Williams, but he's improving. And the two of those guys together are a load.
Yeah, and either way with those big bodies, like if you trust your linebackers and D Winters and Fred Warner, it doesn't really matter if Alfred Collins is like kicking somebody's ass in the trenches. Like if they're behind him, they're gonna make the play. So as long as you have big bodies like that, and you know Mykel playing as well as he is, and then Bosa looks good. Like I know his production with sacks isn't quite there yet to what we like want him to be as Niner fans, but he looks good. And the tandem with him and Huff, like that is a speedy tandem. Like
it is.
And that with that sack that Huff had, he couldn't even react. Like he literally couldn't even react. If you watch it in real time, like Huff and Bosa are literally on his ass in like a second. So
and when they made this pick, I think some people were like, all right, hold on. You want to take a D lineman, maybe take Shamar Stewart, who had more production. Maybe take James Pierce or Mike Green, who are true like edge rushers. And then I was like, nah, we're gonna get a run defense specialist who can play a couple positions. It's like, all right, man, good luck with that. But it's working out because to me, I think run defense is more important than it was 5, 6, 7, 8 years ago. And Bryce Huff's on the team. They got the edge speed rusher for nothing. And he's really freaking good. So I think it's working out.
Yeah. I mean, especially even if they didn't have Huff, when you have somebody like Bosa's like obviously a good run defender, but it's not what he's known for. And if you can't get to third down because you can't stop the damn run, Bosa becomes like almost useless. Like to a certain extent, you know what I mean?
Huff as well.
Yeah. So you have to have a combination of both, which is what the Niners have had when their defensive line is so good.
Yeah.
So I guess we just back up and talk about the defense in general under Robert Saleh. He has a very interesting vision for it. We can see it working out on the defensive line. The Niners don't have the best defensive line in the division. There's some really good D lines in the division, but it's improving. It could be soon.
Yeah.
What do you think of Saleh's one, his vision for what he wants it to be, and two, the execution of what he's made it by week 3?
It's all I can just say. This defense is so much better than I don't even remember our old defense.
Doesn't matter his name.
Nick Sorensen.
Sorensen or Wilkes.
I don't know. Saleh just is. like he's just changed his whole deal. Everyone like this defense just looks so much more alive. I don't know if that's just me. It just looks so much more like these guys want to play. Like under Sorensen, I felt like the defense was like, oh, I don't want to go out there. Under Saleh,
even with Wilkes, I thought Wilkes had a bunch of good ideas, but they didn't play for him like they play for D'Amico and Saleh.
No.
Yeah, I think the cornerbacks did, but that was it. Cornerbacks were playing really well.
Like the front seven, the like violence. I mean, no.
But to that point, I think a big reason why we're seeing that is because Saleh's throwing in like fakes, if you will. Like, you know what I mean? Like he's not lining up and they're not like running exactly what they're lining up in. Like they're doing stuff that same thing that they do in Minnesota. Like when I watch Minnesota's defense, it's like fun to watch how they change post snap. Like it's incredible. How they learn that defense is beyond me, and how he figures out that that's going to work is crazy. But that's what's fun. Like when you play football and you're on the defense, like lining up in a position and you're not even like going to be there post snap, or you're blitzing off the corner and it doesn't even remotely look like it's at the quarterback. Like that is fun. And I feel like they're having fun again and enjoying playing defense for Saleh. And you know how Saleh is, dude. He's fired up all the time. Like it's just a guy you want to play for.
Grant, I have a question for like even both of you guys. Do you guys think if, let's say, Sorensen somehow still had the job, do you think D. Winters would be as good as he is right now? Because I think the biggest reason why D. Winters took such a big step was because of Robert Saleh.
I feel like D. Winters could have done this last year, but the Niners were afraid of Devondre Campbell because they knew it was going to happen when they benched him, and then they benched him, and then it happened. I think they were trying to avoid that all year. I think it's a shame he didn't play more last year. Devondre Campbell.
Yeah, that's
is he still
insane.
in the league?
No, for good reason.
Right, who's gonna pick him up? Oh yeah, I don't know what happened. Actually. I don't remember.
Why? What, did he quit or something?
No, I think he like hugged all of his teammates and then left.
He quit mid-game or something?
No, he hugged his teammates then.
I don't know.
Very respectful.
I just like that Robert Saleh inherited a defense that couldn't stop the run. That's what happened 8-9 years ago, and he fixed it immediately. It's like, oh, that's what we have to do. Is like, stop. I can do that. I mean, the rest of the defense is a work in progress. I like the way he uses Upton Stout. I think that the decision to move Lenore out of the slot is controversial, and it may bite him sometimes because Stout has had a couple of penalties in coverage. But I think it's clear that Saleh wants Stout to be a pass rusher. You know what I mean?
So, yeah.
He's going to have numbers. He could have more sacks than Mykel this year.
Yeah. I think in some games they could switch it. Possibly to have Demo inside, like depending on who they're playing. Because I know like Dallas, for example, they love running CD in the slot. Like the Bengals will run Jamar Chase in the slot. Like there's a lot of players like that. Even like Jackson Smith and Jigba like kind of ate us up a little bit there in the slot against Stout. But having Demo on the outside and Stout on the inside, like Stout can blitz. Like that guy is so good at blitzing, and he's not afraid. He's very similar to Demo, where he'll stick his nose in there on the run. Like he loves hitting people. So that's what I have.
No offense to Demo, who's a good guy and a great player, but Stout's a better run defender. Stout's a better blitzer. Stout's hits harder than him. And Lenore is good in all of those things. And he's much better in coverage than Stout. But again, I think the reason that Saleh wants Stout in there is because Saleh wants him blitzing on third downs a lot. They're going to be a team that rushes 5 a lot on third, because Mykel's not going to be getting a ton of pressure on his own, but the two ends will. So you got this third guy. The thing that it would work better if the safeties were better, because if Stout blitzes, then one of those two safeties is probably going to have to come down and cover the slot guy man to man, and that didn't go so well for Jason Pinnock in the last game.
But it's fine, Grant. We have a top 5 safety in the league, Jair Brown. Did you hear what he said? He said that he's a top 5 safety.
But with Siegel, and then when Mustafa comes back, like I do think that's a good tandem where they offer we haven't had a safety combo in a while that gels with each other, meaning like one of the safeties can handle the run and play that kind of mid-range game, and then we haven't had a ball hawk in a while. And I feel like with Siegel and Mustafa, they kind of complement each other really well. But also to go back to that Stout point, like. Remember Demo's first couple years in the league? Like first year he didn't play, Second year, like
Jimmy Ward's first couple of years, they were rough.
Demo started to play a little bit in his second year and like was kind of getting the hang of things, but he would still get burned. You know,
He would.
like there was
get
definitely
lost
places where
even
he'd
when he
get
was in
burned.
good position. AJ
And then
Green,
year
I don't know what to say.
three,
Yep.
I was like, damn, this guy's he's
Leave
got it
him
now,
alone.
You know?
He's by year 3.
Yeah,
absolutely.
And so now Stout, I feel like I'm super excited to see where he goes in year 2 and year 3 because he's ahead of Demo and he's learning alongside Demo. And like obviously Demo playing the slot now or playing the slot before and then now playing outside. Like I think he can offer a lot of help to Stout, and I'm super excited to see where his game like matures to.
I think you can see why Saleh didn't want Hufanga. I don't know they didn't want him, but they didn't bring him back, and why they don't want to play Jair Brown at safety. If they're going to be blitzing Stout, then they want 2 safeties who are kind of safety cornerback hybrids because they're going to end up in man-to-man coverage on wide receivers sometime, and you can't have Jair Brown playing man-to-man against a wide receiver in the slot. Maybe tight end.
He's not fast enough. Yeah, he's not fast enough.
So that's the idea there.
He's a good.
So here's my thing with Saleh. I love what he's doing. But this week against the Cardinals, you got Trey McBride. You'll bracket him. He's a great player. You got one wide receiver you got to worry about. And he's not even that great. But he's the only wide receiver they really throw to, Marvin Harrison Jr. Everyone else, I mean, what's the other guy's? Mykel Wilson was his name? I don't even know.
Yeah, literally
Something like Mykel Wilson. He might get 2 targets in this game.
Yeah. So he's not bad.
He's not bad, but he's not really integral to what they're trying to do. So if Lenore doesn't follow Marvin Harrison, he could get targeted 0 times in this game. He could just run wind sprints all day, and Marvin Harrison can just work on Renardo Green. And I don't know that I love that matchup for the 49ers. So Saleh has to think about that. Like, they're not going to put Marvin Harrison on Lenore. They're going to have Lenore cover people who don't matter. So what are you going to do, Robert?
You know my one gripe with Saleh this year? Like the only thing where I'm like, I don't understand is it. I think it was last week too. And then it was for sure week 1. Like Demo needs to follow some receivers. Like I like
that's what I'm talking about.
Good player. Yeah, he's a good player. But we've seen Demo do it multiple times. Like, and we saw Charvarius Ward do it against DK Metcalf, for example, because that's a really like that body type of receiver, and DK is really what Charvarius Ward is like good at matching up
really good against.
I would love to see Demo follow some receivers. There's a lot of receivers, those slot kind of the CeeDee Lambs, Jamar Chase, like that's Demo's type. And if he can follow him, like I feel like it's going to be much easier on the defense. And Renardo Green can still cover the 2 perfectly fine.
Yeah, like you're paying him all this money. I mean, don't you want to have him work?
Use him.
Yeah,
use him.
Yeah,
especially if the other team's best receiver's in the slot and he's working Upton Stout, or his best receiver's outside and he's working Renardo Green. Like, give him a chance. But if it's not working, why would you lose that way when you could just put Lenore on the one guy and handle it?
Yeah. Green got cooked a couple times last week.
A little concerned about Green.
Yeah,
down the field at the
week
catch
1, he
point.
got cooked a couple times.
Green didn't, Green didn't play preseason. I don't know. I love.
But he was getting cooked before he went down. He missed a lot of time.
Yeah.
And here's the thing about corners. You're playing opposite Diamador Lenore. They're not going to test Diamador Lenore. They're coming after you. This is what happened to Kello Witherspoon. He was playing opposite Richard Sherman. Richard Sherman's a future Hall of Famer. Even though he was toward the end of his career, everyone's going after Kello. And he was good. He's still good. But it's like, I just gave up one deep pass. I just gave up another. Like, but my confidence is going down and I'm getting targeted. That's going to be Renardo, man. You give up explosives 2 weeks in a row. They're coming after you early and often. And you got to maintain your confidence. Otherwise, they can't play you.
Yeah. 100%.
Yeah.
100%.
So, Renardo, it's you against Marvin Harrison Jr. What do you guys think of Marvin Harrison Jr.?
I feel it. You said it. I don't know. I feel like Marvin Harrison last year, I feel like did he not like cook us last year? Like he actually did really good against us. So I don't know. I'm kind of scared of Marvin.
I feel like he didn't. Let me
I swear there was one game where he cooked.
To be honest.
Maybe I'm tripping. No, he made the one big catch in that game. I think remember Tyler, he was like spinning around and chucked it up and then Marvin caught it. That's what it was. Maybe he didn't cook us, but I don't know. You can't Marvin Harrison's their only wide receiver.
He had 5 catches for 63 yards and a touchdown week 18, so that's a solid game. And then
that's not bad.
Week 5, he had 2 catches for 36. So the second game,
one big catch. It was that one big catch.
The only thing that worries me about Marvin Harrison, like he's obviously a good player, really good on like sideline catches and with his hands and feet. My worry with him going against the Niners is we don't really have corners that match up well with him because of his size. Like he's not big. He's not big, but he's tall. Yeah, he's tall. So that's the only thing that kind of worries me about him. But also, I mean, last week he had like 2 targets, no catches, and so I don't know.
I don't think he's that good.
They don't run the offense through him like they should if he was the top 5 pick.
Trey McBride is so much better than him.
Yeah.
But if he's not a contested catch guy, he plays smaller than his size. He's not a yak guy. I think he's solid. Robert Saleh called him total package. I think he was bullshitting. I don't think the Niners think he's that good. And I think that's why they're not going to shadow him. I think they're like, up to Stout can handle this guy.
I think Marvin Harrison would be better if Kyler wasn't his quarterback. There's been a lot of
clips. I was going to say that same thing just now.
There's a lot of clips on Twitter. Marvin Harrison's open all the time. Then you got little Kyler Murray just running around. I think if he had a better quarterback, I think Marvin Harrison would be a lot better.
That's true. I also feel like if his name was Marvin Smith, he never would have been a first-round pick. I mean, I know he produced in college, but he didn't run at the combine. He doesn't look like a 4.3 guy to me. I think, his name is Marvin Harrison Jr. Top 5.
But then you said Smith, and Jeremiah Smith's going to be a top 5 pick next year. So
he's legitimately good though.
Dude, he's so good.
He's so good though.
He's so good.
Most of the Ohio State wide receivers are. This one seems to be the guy who's kind of mid.
He did have a lot of hype around him.
He seems nice. You know what I mean? Like most good wide receivers are like, I'm in your face. He's like, hi, I'm Marvin Harrison Jr.
Well, dude, a reporter asked him after he had like 2 targets, no catches last game. And they were like, are you concerned with not getting the ball? And he's like, we got the win. Like, that's all that matters. And I was just like, damn.
No, man, you would think like a true
he needs to have
Terrell of a wide receiver would flip out. Or have to hold himself back.
Yeah.
But I think he knows. Yeah. Anything else about Saleh's defense that you like? Thoughts, feelings? I mean, we talked D winners, we talked the rookies, Bryce Huff, the use of Lenore, Renardo Green.
The vibe of Saleh being back, that's another thing, but we already kind of talked.
I mean, Malik Mustafa coming back will be helpful.
Like, that's going to be huge.
Yeah, it's going to be huge. Because I love how they're using Siegel, too. Like,
Siegel's good.
I love how they're
using when he gets good, it's not by much.
No. And he's a big body like that back to like what I was saying about complementing each other. Like I was saying like a lot of our cornerbacks are the same build as Demo, like all 3 of them. You know what I mean? They're smaller bodies. And so when you have Siegel who can match up with like the Trey McBrides, the bigger tight ends, the bigger receivers, like I really like how
did you say Marquez Siegel can line up with Trey McBride?
Yeah.
But didn't Marquez Siegel last game? I don't know if it was Jawan Johnson that mossed him. It was
Dude. Yeah, I mean, dude, you're gonna have
they gotta be careful with that because Trey
but...
McBride is so good. But like to your point, the guy who's gonna do the best job shutting down Trey McBride, better than Marquise Siegel, better than anyone on the Niners defense is Kyler Murray. Kyler Murray is one of the more frustrating quarterbacks. I've always believed in Kyler Murray. I thought he could put it together. I don't feel like he's improved at all since he's been in the NFL. I feel like
he's the exact same quarterback.
Like 4 or 5 years ago. He still doesn't see the field that well. Maybe it's because he's short. He still makes ridiculous decisions. He still makes a few great plays a game, but you can't. You're not a serious team if he's your quarterback and you're paying him $45 million a year. You're just not. And I like a lot of the things they've done with. I think their coach is really good. I think their tight end kicks ass. But Kyler's a problem. Yep, I like Gannon.
Yeah, I'm on board with you on there. I've never really been a Kyler Murray fan.
It's his 7th year, man. Like. It's time, Kyler. Now, that being said, maybe he like finally leaves Arizona, goes to Pittsburgh, and plays well. Arizona has been kind of a bad organization. But again, new coach, new GM. I feel like they've done some good things, and they're giving him a chance. And I don't know if you watched the Arizona Cardinals week 1 and week 2. I felt like they kind of won in spite of him both games.
Yeah, I was watching last week like way too in depth because I had the Panthers plus the spread, and I was watching the backdoor cover for a lot of money.
They had an onside kick.
It was incredible. I was literally like jumping up and down.
Didn't it feel like Jonathan Gannon went to the prevent defense for like the entire 4th quarter?
Oh, I thought it felt like the Cardinals were doing everything in like possible to sell that game.
Yes.
I don't understand because like when the game was close, they beat the shit out of the Panthers. Like sack fumble on the first drive. Just like it embarrassed them, and they're like, okay, it's the 2nd quarter and we're up 2 scores. Prevent.
I thought the Panthers were going to be. I thought the Panthers were going to be people are talking about they could have been a playoff team this year. Like I know it's 2 weeks in, but it's
I feel so bad for Bryce Young. I think he's a good player, man. That team.
He only has.
I don't know why they got rid of Thielen. Like I didn't
Because
understand.
Xavier Leggett,
he's so bad,
shit, dude.
He's
Oh my God.
bad.
Yeah,
What in the world?
Yeah.
Ted
McMillan might be solid, but like
Yeah, he needs to get some more training.
the
or
Niners
get
should get
out of the
Bryce Young
league.
in a couple years. Once Mac Jones leaves and they need another backup quarterback, get Bryce Young, man. That guy's, I think he's good. He's good.
Yes, right. If you put Bryce Young on a good, like even on the Niners team, like right now, if you put him in, he would kill it.
He'd be really good. He'd do what
Maybe
Purdy
better
he'd
than
do
Purdy.
a lot of what Purdy does.
Maybe better than Purdy, Grant.
He might be better than Purdy.
No.
I feel like we've been having an argument about Purdy, like how good is Purdy since he's been on the scene. I don't really feel like that's the argument anymore. He's good. The question is his health, though. I think his health. Gotten hurt 3 times in the last 7 starts. You run around a lot and you're small.
I think
it's the
Niners' fault.
He'll figure it out.
It's the Niners' fault for not investing into an offensive line. That's what it is.
I mean, no one cared when Jimmy was getting hurt and the injuries were piling up. They're like, Jimmy, figure it out or you're cooked.
Yeah, because I was watching.
Purdy's so nice, though. Purdy's so nice.
Yeah.
Jimmy's
and with
nice guy.
So
Dude,
nice.
with Jimmy, we were watching 2-step drops, a couple hitches, and look for the slant and just throw it straight to a linebacker. Like I can't stand Jimmy. I hate Jimmy.
If you guys had a sister, which player on the Niners would you most want to date your sister?
Dude, I just saw that video resurface again where they're like,
of Diggs.
He's like, Diggs? He's like, oh, Diggs for sure. He's like, am I that bad?
Purdy. It'd have to be Purdy. Nick, don't even overthink this. It's Purdy.
Dude, Purdy's good, but I also feel like Warner and Kittle and like Juszczyk,
Warner and Kittle,
like their wives are like, I feel like just have the greatest husbands. Like,
yeah,
I don't know.
Who would you least like to date your sister on the Niners?
Brandon Ayuk. Brandon Ayuk. Brandon Ayuk.
Dude, that's a tough one. I don't know. I'm gonna go.
It has to be Brandon Ayuk.
Dude, Mac Jones.
No, Mac Jones seems nice.
Mac Jones, I don't trust him at all.
Wasn't Mac like in college at Bama? I think he was dating like that girl who was in the Carl's Jr. commercials. You know which one I'm talking about with the crazy saucy burgers and they would like wear like bikinis.
I'm telling you, man,
sauce would get all over him. I think that's his ex. Yeah,
I don't trust him. He goes through that Mac.
Yeah,
they don't call him Mac for nothing.
Dude. Crazy, dude. Crazy. I don't know though. That's a tough question, dude. I
feel like he'd be like so respectful. You know what I mean?
Yeah, look at Ayuk's new picture on.
Would be respectful.
Nick, have you seen Cohn? Mrs. It's so nice to meet you.
Yeah.
Nick, have you seen Ayuk's new picture of him with like the mustache and he's just staring at the camera like this?
No, I try to stay away from Ayuk's Instagram.
I've seen Ayuk with his wife. He's very attentive. They hold hands. I think he'd be
good.
I think you're wrong about Brandon.
Who would you?
He's been with her for a while. He's a monogamous
dude. Who would you pick? Who'd you
not like a federal question?
You wouldn't want. I mean, Jimmy in the past. You would not want to be on Jimmy's list.
Oh, jeez.
Who is like going? I don't know. Other than Mac,
I don't know. It's tough.
I have to draw the line at Kyle Juszczyk. I'm sorry, man. You can't date fullbacks who do nothing. Sorry. Like we got to stand for something in this family.
Yeah, your daughter brings up a fullback.
He's not even a real football.
Oh, what position do you play? I play fullback, sir.
Eddie Pinero. Do you want me to introduce you to Eddie? That's a football player.
Yeah.
Who is more important to this season? Kyle Juszczyk or Eddie Pinero?
Eddie Pinero.
Oh,
not
even close.
Like, that's a lot of people. You could say like most teams' kickers. Like you could argue that Brandon Aubrey is more important than Dak Prescott.
That's true. Brandon Aubrey.
Who's more important to this season? Kyle Juszczyk or Colt McKivitz?
Colt McKivitz.
Yeah,
I honestly think Kyle Juszczyk. Grant, I don't know
if that's also a bad one.
When Kyle Juszczyk went out, I swear the Niners offense got a little bit better. Maybe that's
who's more important this season, Kyle Juszczyk or D. Winters?
D. Winters. Is that
D? Yeah, but it's because we don't have a true backup that's going to fill in and do what D's doing right now.
Okay, but Grant,
because the fullback just goes in motion.
Grant, name a player.
Hey, he caught. What about that pass he caught against the Seahawks? Wide open, 40-yard pass. Come on, now.
Grant, none of the other Niners players have a juice celebration.
Yeah, I
never said that Juice can't do stuff. It's just that they choose not to let him do stuff. I don't know why that is. They pay him to do nothing. It's so generous. He can do things. It's crazy. He's just like, you know what?
They just pay him to
I'm just
block.
happy to do.
Listen, I bought Juice's merch. I have a sweatshirt that's signed by him, so I can't talk shit. Yeah, I did.
All right, fair enough. Full disclosure.
It's sick, dude. It has a juice box on it, and it's sick.
Nick, I saw a rival. I saw because I was getting the rivalry jersey. I saw a Kyle Juszczyk jersey going for $200. Who in the world is paying $200 for a Kyle Juszczyk jersey? Who?
I think my dad has 3.
Okay, so Grant's
3 of him.
Dude, my dad has every jersey of every
Grant has a jersey of Kyle Juszczyk, 100%.
No, our house
jersey of Juszczyk right here. Hold on.
Between my sister, me, and my dad, we have hundreds.
Oh,
yeah. Isn't that the one you're giving away?
Yeah, I never gave it away.
Wow. Wow.
I should give it away, huh?
No. I'm just gonna.
I don't want it.
I'm gonna pull up to your crib, and we'll just take so many tequila shots, and I'll just slide it out the back door.
No, I really should give it away. I mean, I want to give it away. Dazza says, as the Niners' offensive success seems to revolve around the run game, how much can it improve where CMC is only going to get more injured? The O-line is bad and banged up, and Trent usually misses games. Great question. Let's finish here. The run game. So the defense is way better than we expected, at least this early. The run defense, good. The defense is good. You got 2 quarterbacks. Kittle's out, Ayuk's out, and you're doing okay passing the ball. But the run game has been the weakest link so far. 3.25 yards per carry. I don't know. Like, what's your assessment?
All right.
Not a lot's going right here.
Hear me out.
Yep.
Remember when McDaniel was there as the offensive coordinator? He was like the run game specialist. Like Kyle would say before the games, he would go over the run game, with him, and they would come up with schemes and stuff. I don't know if you watched the Buffalo Bills and Dolphins game last night, but the way I think Mike McDaniel's Tua's throwing, but he's horrible. But the way Mike McDaniel was designing the run plays last night and switching back and forth between Achane and Ollie Gordon, who are 2 separate running backs, like in the style of play that they have. If Kyle could figure out a way to mimic that with McCaffrey and Brian Robinson, because Brian Robinson is better than Ollie Gordon. Okay. Yeah. And our offensive lines are very similar. They both
Jordan James is coming back.
So
I'd like to see Jordan James.
The fact that Brian Robinson has been kind of like a nobody, and I don't think it's necessarily his fault the last couple weeks. I would love to see something like that get mimicked, and Kyle figure out how Mike McDaniel's doing that, because Ollie Gordon looks great, and he was like a 6th-round pick. So
I don't think Kyle needed to be super creative the last couple of years because he had Christian McCaffrey. Now you do need to be creative. Sorry, Mom.
Yes. Yeah. Grant, Nick, where the hell's Isaac Guerrero? We literally got Isaac Guerrero.
I think he's dead.
Dude,
they were so excited about Isaac Guerrero when he was a rookie, right? It's like, Jordan, you need to get Isaac out there. And now it's like, who? No.
Yeah.
Isaac Guerrero, he doesn't even play. He doesn't even
I'm telling you, he fumbled like 3 times in one practice, and the Niners were like, we're done.
Yeah.
Again, I was doing a stream with my dad, and someone did a super chat in saying, hey, I'm like a server at this restaurant in Silicon Valley, and John Lynch came in with his son, and I was eavesdropping, of course, and they were just dogging Isaac Guerrero.
That's
crazy. That's
How
sad.
cool would that be, though, to just talk ball with your dad?
He's a running back who gets hurt a lot.
Like that.
I think part of the thing about being a running back is you got to be like super duper tough and durable. Yeah. And I don't know that he is. I'm not saying he's not tough, because he's clearly not durable. He wasn't even in college.
No. No,
so I want to see Jordan James.
Same. I'm excited to see Jordan James. Even though the best stat of Jordan James that I ever saw was he never fumbled in college. So that's good.
I think he's going to run harder than Brian Robinson Jr. I feel like if you could track Robinson Jr.'s miles per hour when he hits the line of scrimmage, I feel like it'd be below the league average. He just seems a little hesitant on this team. I don't know. Yeah. Maybe I'm wrong.
I feel like we have to use him more still. Like I still feel like we're using McCaffrey way too much. Use
I think they need to hand the ball to Juszczyk more, man.
I agree.
What? Okay,
I remember when you torched him last year for the.
He's good. Okay. Passing yards. Mac Jones. They really think Mac Jones is going to play. I think he's going to play.
I think both of them go over. Both go over, I think.
More. Play more or less here. It's very important to get these words right.
Yeah, more.
More Mac,
more for both.
Yeah, more.
I like that they put Mac Jones slightly above Kyler as a passer for the yards.
That's actually so funny. I just
because both teams are going to like struggle to run the ball in this game, or could.
Yeah.
Speaking of that, rushing yards.
Who's Arizona's backup running back?
Trey Benson.
Yeah.
Who's actually kind of fast. Not good.
Fast.
Yeah.
He's got wheels.
He has like a long run this year, which is like their only good run. Kyler running 28.5 rushing yards.
I don't know what it is. I'm feeling James Conner more because last time he played against the Niners, didn't he cook us? He got like, actually, I'm saying everyone cooked us.
Yeah, but our defensive line last year was
so really bad.
But yeah, he ran for like 160.
And their run blocking is worse than the Niners run blocking right now.
Yes.
Yeah.
I feel like Kyler on the more with the rushing yards is like easy.
What about do they have rushing and receiving?
Great.
Yes, they do. How about that?
Yeah, I would take McCaffrey's more right there.
More? Yeah. I like that. See, that's an experienced prize pick right there. You see that, everyone? Did you guys just see what Nick did right there? That's not a guy who's like a rookie prize picker. No. Locked in. Yeah. James Conner, 68.5 combined.
Yeah.
They do throw it to him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think you got to go more.
He's so slow.
He's actually so slow.
He's old and slow.
Go to just receiving yards and see what's up.
All right. Receiving yards. Marvin, can we do Marvin here? Mykel Wilson, 25.5.
Should do Pearsall over.
No, I think Ricky. Rick. More.
For Ricky.
Sorry.
For Ricky.
Go more on Ricky.
For Ricky. Okay. Marvin Harrison, 47.5. You know he's gonna go again. I feel like he's gonna do better than that.
Yeah.
Going against Bernardo. He's gonna have a catch for 47
against
Bernardo.
Is Will Johnson playing on Sunday?
I don't know.
He's questionable. He didn't practice.
He didn't practice. Good. Have you guys seen Will Johnson this year?
Yeah, he's good. I said it.
He looks like Pat Surtain.
Remember when I said
Remember
when I said Will Johnson was a potential pick at 11 and everybody called me batshit crazy? He's good. He's really good.
I didn't even like it.
He's really good.
He's really freaking good, man. The Cardinals got him. All right, those are our picks. McCaffrey, we got 2 Kylers, 1 Mac Jones, Marvin Harrison, and a Ricky Pearsall just for good measure. Flex it. You always want to flex it. Submit it. You guys want to download it. PrizePicks, use promo code COHN. That's my last name. Play $5 and get $50 instantly in lineups on your first play. That's promo code COHN. And we got a couple more super chats. Frisco Shield says, "Are you offended that Juice is wearing Tom Rathman's number?" Yes.
Legend.
I feel like here's my thing with Juszczyk too. He's been a Pro Bowler like 9 times because he's a running back. He's a tight end. He's a tight end.
He's the best of both worlds.
He goes in motion. He can block. He can put him in different space. He's an H-back tight end. He's not a fullback. A fullback is someone who runs the ball. Mike Allstott, Tom Rathman. I'm sorry. The modern fullback is not a fullback. It's a tight end. That's me yelling at the clouds.
I actually kind of agree with that because he doesn't run the ball. So I do kind of agree with that.
And when he does get the ball,
in the tight end conversation. Anyway. Yeah. G-Dog FO20 says CMC was just
when Cal said that, that's so bad.
That was so funny. I like Kyle Shanahan more because he did that. If you had been there and just seen the look on David's face, hey, I know they have GPS. Have you noticed how fast he is? Yeah, 25 miles an hour. And he was like deadpan. David's like, really? Like, that's physically impossible.
Dude,
like, maybe 30. I don't know.
McCaffrey can do anything.
That guy's something special.
I still feel like he's.
Dude, the guy just meat rides the Niners, man.
The guy 25 miles an hour this year. I just don't think he will.
I mean, we'll see. Yeah.
That guy just,
All right. I promised a Arizona Cardinals content creator that I would let them interview me. So I'm going to tell them why the Niners are about to whoop their ass. Jeez. I'm picking the Niners real quick before I go. Who you guys picking?
Niners. Yeah, I'm taking the Niners. I
still feel like they can win with Mac.
Here 100%. And also, I think this defense is so different than what we're used to. Like, we've had so many problems with running quarterbacks. I think it's so different that that's not going to be a problem.
D Winters is going to be on Kyler's ass.
Yeah,
it's going to be all down to D.
I think it's going to be fun to watch.
Yeah. Mykel's going to do a good job, but like Arm said, you can't chase down Kyler.
Calling it right now.
You can't chase down Kyler.
Calling right now. Mykel gets a sack.
Ooh,
I would love to see that.
That's a prize pick and a half. All right, guys. Thanks for watching. Be back soon. Have a badge, Nick.